Oh, now loading. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chris's Collection. Today, we will be playing the last Sega Saturn game I own, last physical Sega Saturn game, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Now, this is also an import game, just like most of my collection. This is an arcade perfect version of X-Men vs. Street Fighter that came out here in the United States. I mean, that came out in Japan only. And so, of course, I'm a huge fan of the Versus series, so I had to get this. This is, in fact, the first. God, that's so epic and iconic. This is, in fact, the first Versus series game. After the X-Men: Children of the Atom and a bunch of other Capcom games that they made. So, this is just so cool. But anyway, welcome, guys. So this was not my first Saturn game. That belongs to the game I did yesterday or last week, earlier this week, X-Men: Children of the Atom, and last week, of course, we did Street Fighter Alpha. But this was definitely the first one that I was like, "Hot damn!" I was so excited because I used to play this in the arcades all the time, and to get an arcade perfect, it just brought back a flood of memories, and I was so happy I was able to finally get the first versus game, and I'm very happy to say I do own all of them. But it was pretty simple. This was one of the games I wanted to get. This was one of the reasons I got a Sega Saturn was to get the Versus series. I had researched it. I was aware of the action replay trick that if you get an action replay cart for your Saturn, you could easily bypass the importing region locks that they have. So effectively, your Saturn is so not region locked as long as you have the action replay card to help bypass. By the way, guys, I've mentioned this every Saturn video, but if you notice I'm playing horribly, I can only see my gameplay through the recording preview, and there's like a 4-second delay, so I'm basically sucking ass right now playing this game, and all the other games that I played on Saturn for Chris's collection, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, but yeah, this was, I had researched it, I had discovered everything, and so I started constructing a list of games I wanted on Amazon, and I got all these on Amazon.com. I think I have an extra copy of this game that I want to sell one day on Amazon. God, I think Rogue is so fucking hot, and this 90s era Rogue is so fucking attractive. She's such a cool character design. But anyway, yeah, I have an extra copy, and hopefully I'll be able to sell it one day online. That's my intentions, because I think everyone should be able to... Wow, I actually defeated someone. Everyone should be able to buy this game, and if I have an extra copy, I'd sell it at a good price, so keep an eye out for that. So yeah, the only thing is, stuff like this is in Japanese, so I have no idea what they're saying, because unfortunately I don't know Japanese. I wish I did, because they're... Oh, look at Dalsum, holy shit, he's like... Ah! But unfortunately I don't. I wish I did, because I would love to, be able to play these and shit, and fully understand the language. Jesus Christ, so this is just me trying to do a Hadouken or a Shoryuken. Anything I can do, man, just to defeat Sabertooth. But yeah, this was the beginning, and I was able to collect them all. So I have X-Men versus Street Fighter. Of course, I have Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Those are the two I have for Saturn. Then I have Marvel versus Capcom 1 and 2 on Sega Dreamcast. I have which those are the Marvel vs. Capcom was the first one I got as on Dreamcast, I think around launch, or I think it actually came out on launch, I can't remember. And then I have Capcom vs. SNK 1 and 2 also on Dreamcast, and those are probably my least favorite, but they're pretty good too. Oh, look at this, Sabretooth vs. Wolverine, holy shit. And then Tatsunoko vs. Capcom I have on Wii. Thankfully that got localized, which I'm surprised as shit that got localized. And then after that? Oh, and then they finally released Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which I have both of those on PlayStation 3. And then recently they released this one. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I was surprised they made that, but good lord, I hated Infinite. I thought Infinite was dog shit. I mean, the fighting in it is not bad. I just hate how they took out like arcade endings which I thought were so whatever, and they had this ending that just sucked. I mean, this story mode, very similar to Street Fighter V and like Mortal Kombat, like that kind of thing. I just thought sucked complete ass. I didn't personally like it. Anyway, I'm dead. It's gone. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. With that, we are finished with Sega Saturn. Obviously, this is not the last Sega console. We still have the Dreamcast, which we will do eventually. But next up, we are actually going to be tackling the PlayStation, which is I love the PlayStation. It's one of my favorite consoles. It might actually be my favorite console. So tune in next week. We'll be jumping into the PlayStation with the first 2 games. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man, playing PlayStation games now. One of my favorite consoles, so that should be fun. Alright, guys, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Saturn coverage. Sorry for the delays. We will not have that with the Sega Saturn. I mean, the PlayStation, I assure you. And yeah, I'll be back next week with some more Chris's Collection. Take care, guys.